Hello everyone, Devin74 here, and I'm going to be talking about Street Fighter Cross Tekken. What did I think of the game? Well, I like it to a degree, and I know people are going like, well, you can either like it or you hate it. There's certain aspects I like about it I do like, and there's a lot of things about it I kind of don't like. So, I kind of went through it, and I had like a pros and cons list, and to me, kind of the cons outweighed the pros, so, I'm only renting the game. I haven't bought it, and I'm actually glad I didn't waste my $60 on it. Because of a couple of reasons. One, probably the obvious reason is like the DLC characters are actually on the game, but we have to pay for them later, which is kind of like a little odd. Even though I have that on PS3, like I got Mega Man and Pac-Man for free because like they came. Like as soon as I got the game, it said like you can go to the store and like download some downloadable content. I was like, okay, and it said Pac-Man and Mega Man DLC. I'm like, sure, so I got that for free. All in all, though, it doesn't feel to me anymore like it's Street Fighter Cross Tekken. It's more like Capcom Cross Namco, just because they to me they should have just had it so it's Street Fighter characters only fighting Tekken characters only. But then we have like Mega Man, Pac-Man, Cole from Infamous, and Kuro and Porto or something like that. These two little cat things who supposedly are the mascots of the game, and I've like mascots from Sony or something like that. I've never heard of these characters once in my life. I mean, I always assumed like the characters from the games themselves were the mascots for Sony or PlayStation. Like Crash Bandicoot used to be the mascot, and then like Kratos was, and you know, like Halo is like kind of the mascot for Microsoft, or like the Gears of War characters are. I mean, I don't own a 360, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, so to me, I mean, like we got Mega Man, who is not even the original Mega Man. I mean, yeah, everyone's already done a bit about it, so I'm not really gonna go too much into it. But to me, my personal opinion, he doesn't even feel like Mega Man. Like I know it's the boxer from the first game, and he's a chubby guy with a little gun, but even in the game, it looks like just a guy who found a suit, put it on, and he had a gun, and he's like, yeah, I'm Mega Man now. I've seen his ending on YouTube, and it makes like no sense. He's talking about like the Legend of Zelda. He's like, oh, I've seen this in like the Rings of Fairies or something. I'm just gonna capture one, and maybe I'll be like that guy from that Nintendo game. I'm like, dude, you're like equally as famous as Link. I mean, you're both like iconic characters from the Nintendo series. Well, not Nintendo series, but yeah. But back to the game itself. Well, the biggest pro I had is Vega's in it. Like, for the longest time, they didn't have Vega in it. Like, I kept seeing all these other characters, Abel, Guile, Chunk, the really famous ones. And then when I eventually saw a trailer that had Balrog and Vega, I was like, well, I gotta get it now. But I'm actually really glad I didn't. Vega still handles like Vega, in my opinion. Like, he feels exactly like he did in Street Fighter 4, and that made me really happy. But then, like, some characters are, like, completely different. I knew, like, picking up some of the Tekken characters, it wasn't going to be, like, Tekken. I knew they had to change it to fit more like Street Fighter play. But still, characters, to me, just feel so much different. Like, Harang used to be like the character I love playing. Like I didn't really go past Tekken 3, so I can't say how much they developed, but I never played past Tekken 3. But Harang was my favorite guy to use in that game. Like I thought he was just really badass. And in this game, I just can't use him for shit. Like, I mean, all of his button commands are nothing like how they were in the game. It's all like half circle back kick, or like Shoryuken formation kick and stuff like that. And to do like his different stances, you have to like hold back all three kicks, and it takes time to use, and I kind of hate the fact that I would have to get to know a character all over again to use him to a certain point. Another thing about the characters being changed, like Dalzim. Dalzim is a character I do occasionally like using in Street Fighter 4, and they totally changed him too. I mean, it's not the biggest change. Like I'll get to someone in a second, but Dalzim has the stretchy arms, and I don't know if anyone's noticed, who doesn't really play with Dalzim too much, but he's a character who can stretch his body. Like his arms can go about halfway across the screen, so can his legs and whatnot. And all that was just basically doing heavy kick or heavy punch. They changed it. I mean, it's not the biggest change, but they changed it so now you have to hit forward heavy punch or forward heavy kick to do his stretchy attacks. To me, that's just kind of garbage. Like, why did you change that? I mean, I guess maybe for the launch system, but when you're in a launch system, like when you do light, medium, heavy, heavy, it automatically does this like launch formation, and like since you're button mashing the buttons really fast, it automatically takes away anything you used to do. Like combos don't matter anymore because it automatically inputs this light, medium, heavy, heavy, and it sends into a launch. So I don't know why they had to do that. Chun-Li, who's another character I like using. I like using charge characters because I feel if you can use charge characters, you can use like basically anyone in the game. But with Chun-Li, they totally changed her. If I'm correct, because I haven't used her since I used her a little bit, but I looked at her moveset, and if I'm correct, the only charge move she has is the spinning bird kick, which is charge down, up kick, kick or all, EX for double kicks, well, double for EX hits. But they totally changed that about her, and I was just like, why did they do that? Like to do her her rapid kicks, you used to just mash a kick button and it used to come out. Now it's like half circle forward kicks or like half circle back kicks. I mean, it makes her a little easier to play with sometimes, but half the time when I was in a match with her, I'm mashing X. I'm like, oh my god, come on, why isn't it comboing or anything like that? I was like, oh yeah, I have to hit quarter circle forward to do it. I don't know. These may just be nitpicking things, but there are reasons why I probably really wouldn't get the game for myself. I've played online. It's okay. I still have a hard time finding people with good connections. Like in Street Fighter 4, it was basically I could find normally a lot of good people. Like about if I played 10 matches, like about 7 of them were perfect and 3 of them were crap. But with this, I'm having a harder time. Like especially with the partner system, I can partner with friends, and like me and a friend will go online, and half the time, like if someone has a kind of a decent connection, not even great, it's just like it's in the yellow or something like that, the game won't connect, and it's just like, oh, you've been kicked out of the match or something like that. So that's kind of a problem. Even though like we all have like white bars, which is full in this game instead of like green for some reason, we'll all have full bars, and then like we'll go into the match, and then like all of a sudden the characters' intros won't do anything, and then we all like, oh well, we got kicked, and then sure enough, yeah, we get kicked. So that's kind of a problem. But I mean, that's not the game's fault. It's just servers and stuff like that. Because I mean, my connection's always white. For I have a good Wi-Fi, and but it's not even Wi-Fi. I use a router. So yeah, there's that. The game, it is definitely a Street Fighter game. I mean, if that makes sense. As I say, because they basically made the Tekken characters play Street Fighter wise. Like most of them have just like down forward, down forward punch or down forward, kick and stuff like that. Then again, I don't know. I haven't played Tekken since Tekken 3, so they could have changed the characters like that. If I'm wrong, please tell me. Let me know that they changed the Tekken characters so they're basically like fireball motion characters. But all truth and honesty, if they do come out with a game for like $40 that gives you all the characters that were supposed to originally be played on it, I might trade in some stuff to get it for free, or for like a decent price, like maybe only $20 worth. But I really don't think it's worth paying $60 now. Like as I said, I'm renting it, so I get it for like a month of renting, and that's gonna be fine for me. One cool thing is I actually think I can platinum this game, and the cool thing is because I've never platinumed any fighting game I have. I have Super Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and on both Street Fighters I'm at like 74 or 75%, and on Marvel vs. Capcom 3 I'm at 94%, and the last 2 trophies I need to get on there is complete like 300 trials or something like that, or like do like 30 trials, like a certain amount of trials, the people's movesets, and then beats or become rank number 1 in the world or something, like fight someone who's like rank 1, and that ain't gonna happen. But in this game, the only ones I really have to work on now is like do all the missions, which is gonna be the bitch of it, because those missions are hard as hell, and the other ones are just like do something 500 times, like get 100 perfects, fight 500 matches online, and I already done most of the hard ones. All in all, it's worth renting. I don't think it's worth buying, though. I know I'm running out of time, but that's basically my final thought. It's worth renting, not buying. The name's Dendalus on PlayStation Network. If you want to hit me up, I'll definitely go a match or two with you. I'm not that great. I'm okay.